are you right now?
I'm on a business trip right now. You need to stop calling me.
It's our daughter's wedding today. By the way, your company's CEO, Ethan, is also attending the wedding too.
What?
Trouble busters!
Oh God, what do I do? What do I do? Our daughter's wedding is about to start. My name is Melanie. I can't find my husband anywhere, and our only daughter's wedding is about to start. My daughter has been looking forward to having my husband, Seth, join her most important day of her life too. I don't want to let my daughter down about this, and I've been trying to call him all day now.
What is it, Melanie?
Oh, great. You picked up. I was so worried.
What do you want from me?
What? Wait, you do know what today is, right?
Huh? It must be some unimportant day that's not worth it for me to remember.
What? Anyways, where are you right now?
I'm on a business trip right now. You need to stop calling me.
But, hey, Seth.
What is it, Hillary?
Oh. I have always thought that I just need to suck it up and endure this and everything will be okay. But then I can't forgive him for missing the most important day in our daughter's life for a reason like this. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble busters!
Look, I'm busy, so I'm hanging up now.
Hey, Mom, is Dad almost here yet?
Huh? Is that Amy? Why is Amy there?
Of course she's here. She's getting married today.
Huh?
It's our daughter's wedding today.
What?
By the way, your company's CEO, Ethan, is also attending the wedding too.
What?
Seth, you did this to yourself.
What?
Oh, you're so beautiful, Amy. Oh, I'm sure you'll live happily ever after.
You're late. Oh, we ran into some unexpected traffic, you know?
That's right. We told the taxi driver to drive as fast as he could. Oh, I see. You must have been in such a hurry you didn't think it would be strange for you to show up with the lady you're having an affair with? Huh?
No, that's not true. This isn't what you think it is.
Oh, that's right. Seth and I are just colleagues and nothing more than that.
Anyways, Mr. Ethan, may I ask why you are here? I thought you were supposed to be in Canada, according to your schedule that Hillary has down. I was supposed to be in Canada, but since it was Amy's wedding and I've always adored her so much since she was little, I decided to finish my business trip early and fly back to attend this wedding.
You're not supposed to change your plans like that.
Why not?
I'm your secretary. I'm supposed to be aware of where you are and what you do down to every minute.
I did give you a call to tell you about this.
Wait, really?
Maybe you were too busy getting distracted with something else and you didn't notice my call?
Distracted with something else? Oh, like what? For example, an affair. What? Dad, is this true?
Oh,
You weren't able to attend your daughter's wedding because you were cheating on Mom? How dare you? I never knew you were this kind of a person.
No, Amy, this is a misunderstanding. I had to go on a very important and urgent business trip, and that's why I ended up missing your wedding.
And what kind of work is so important enough for you to miss your daughter's wedding?
Are you accusing me of lying? Even I was able to fly in from another country to make it to this wedding. I wonder why you couldn't attend her wedding when you were in the country. Fine then. Let me prove myself then.
That's today's date.
See? You can tell that I'm not lying right after seeing this, right? But I wouldn't know if you really made this document today. Well then, you can even call this client to make sure I was there today.
Why did you show up with the CEO's secretary then? That's because I happened to be in the area on my day off when Seth happened to pay a visit to his client today. And since I was let known that Ethan decided to fly back to the country today, I ended up showing up with Seth while this was all just a coincidence. You guys can't accuse us that we're having an affair just because we showed up together.
But then, if you're still not going to believe me, here are some receipts. What?
So, does that mean you were on a business trip on your own?
And since it says 2 male guests, it sounds like he was with his client when he went to the restaurant. So now you believe me, right? I was just taking care of business as a hard-working businessman, you know?
So does this mean that the reason why you weren't able to attend my wedding was not because of an affair?
That's right, my lovely daughter. If I had the choice to turn down the business opportunity I had with my client, I would have done anything to attend your wedding, sweetheart. But I know your mother had always hated me. She had been hiding the fact that your wedding was today until I was already gone on my business trip.
What? Really?
She knew that I wouldn't be able to miss my business trip this time around, and she took advantage of the situation to make me look like a bad guy to you. But then, as Melanie's cousin, and knowing her ever since we were both little, I can certainly say Melanie isn't that kind of person who would do something like that. Huh? My dear Amy, I really wished I was here for you during your wedding. Oh, please stop crying. How can I stop crying? I've always adored my little girl Amy, and I ended up missing her wedding.
Oh, Dad, is that how much you wanted to be here?
Of course I did! I know Melanie has always been strict to you, but I've always spoiled and adored you every way possible. I never told you to study like how Melanie has. I would always buy anything that you ever wanted, and that's because I love you more than anyone else loves you in this world, sweetheart!
I'm sorry I didn't trust you, Dad. Okay, then why is it that you weren't there when I was giving birth to Amy?
Huh?
You had never been there to any of the family events we had. You never even went to her back-to-school nights either. Dad, why was that?
I was busy with work. I had no choice.
You never even paid for any of our expenses, have you?
I had to spend money to go have great times with my clients to make sure I had successful relationships with them. Besides, you were making enough money to support the family anyways, so everything turned out to be okay, right?
What? What's going on? Dad, I thought you were always kind and loving.
Amy, when you think back about when you were little, who was the person who was always there for you?
Huh? When I was little, it was always my mom.
That's right. Your mother had always been by your side, good or bad times. It wasn't your father, but it was always your mother.
So, what you guys have been saying... Amy? Yes? Can you check your cell phone? My cell phone? Because you're so busy, you might have forgotten. But then, your company provides the CRM for Seth's company, right? Oh! And you have access to the CRM that you provide to his company from your smartphone, right?
What? Does she have access? How is this even possible?
Oh, I thought you loved her more than anyone else in this world, but I guess you don't really know what she does for her job.
Well...
If I'm not mistaken, as a developer of the app, Amy, you can access his GPS history of the users on that CRM, right? But, Mom, how do you even remember this? I've only told you about it once. Of course I remember everything that my lovely daughter tells me. Oh, Mom. All right, so now, you also said that you're even able to go back a month's worth of GPS history, correct? I see what you're saying. So this will allow me to trace back all the GPS history that Dad and the secretary lady for the last month, right? What the? Oh, I'm so proud of you, Amy. I'm glad you understood with my minimal explanation.
Wait, hold on. You guys can't do that. Hey, Hillary, what are you waiting for? You need to delete that app right now.
Oh, okay. Even if you delete the app, the GPS data that I already have won't be deleted. What? Okay, so looking at your GPS history in the last month, on May 10th, it looks like the two of you were both in Los Angeles. I believe that was the day he was supposed to be on a business trip to Texas.
Wasn't that when you took some vacation time off, Hillary?
Oh,
It was a coincidence. Oh, a coincidence, huh? And on May 18th, Dad and Hillary were both in Alaska. I believe you were supposed to be on a business trip to Arizona.
And I remember you took a day off on that day too, Hillary.
oh, wow, what a coincidence, huh?
Wow, I'm so surprised.
Isn't this way too much to be a coincidence at this point?
Oh,
And today, May 26th, Dad, you were supposed to have stayed at the Trubus Hotel at Trubus City, but it looks like you were staying at a luxury hotel in town, and Hillary, you too. No.
Third time is a charm, and you're not going to get away by calling this a coincidence.
hold on, sir. This was just an app that this young girl made, right? You can't possibly trust that this app is credible at all.
What the heck, Dad? I know you're desperately trying to save yourself right now, but how could you say that about me?
I mean, am I right? I showed you guys the receipts for the hotel and the restaurant, and I even showed you the contract that I got, all with the right dates.
That's true, but...
Right?
I'm sure that the app you made is just glitching.
Okay then, we can just reach out and confirm the truth. What?
Melanie?
Who are you calling? Of course, I'm calling your client regarding the contract that you just showed us, Seth. What?
Wait, Melanie, you can't do that!
Why would you do that? I think it's important to clear up the air, make everything black and white. Oh, but you can't do that!
Hello?
Hello? I'm sorry to give you a call all of a sudden. My name is Melanie, and Seth is my husband.
What? You're Seth's wife?
We just had a quick question for you, and that's why I decided to give you a call. Is this a good time for you?
May I ask what this is regarding?
Let me cut it straight to the point. May I ask if you were his client that went to eat dinner at Trubridge Resort with my husband last night, before he went to stay at Trubus Hotel?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And that's okay too.
Huh?
I'm saying that I don't mind getting to meet you in person at the court too.
What? Hold on, please, don't say that.
Okay, so would you kindly tell me the truth?
Yes, sure. To tell you the truth, Seth has brought up an agreement with me. He asked me to create one of our contracts to be on a certain day, in addition to going to a restaurant and a hotel on that date, and he'd pay me $3,000 out of his pocket.
And I'm assuming you have given those receipts to Seth, correct?
That is correct, but you have to believe me, this was the first time I've ever done anything like this.
Okay, I'll talk to you at the court.
Fine, I lied. I've always been the one who was crafting their alibis every time Seth and Hillary were going on their affair trips.
What the? As I thought so. How would you like to proceed about this?
What do you mean?
If you're willing to tell me everything you know about this matter, you will never be hearing from me ever again.
Hey, you better keep your mouth shut. I'll tell you everything I know. Thomas, you bastard. First of all, since Hillary is the CEO's secretary, she would tell all the precise details about what and where the CEO would be up to, so Seth would be aware of everything.
Oh boy, is that so?
Seth would then use that information and pinpoint the times that the CEO is busy so he could embezzle some funds from the company to fund himself for all the affair trips that he'd go on with Hillary by manipulating some numbers on the books.
What? Dad, how could you?
And it doesn't stop there.
What do you mean?
When the CEO is on a business trip abroad, the two of them would use his car without his consent to go on driving dates. They would also go to a 5-star restaurant and spend $5,000 for a stay at a luxury hotel and do anything as they wish under Ethan's name.
What?
And even today, he said that his daughter's wedding happened to be on the day that he made a hotel reservation 5 years ago, and said that it was his daughter's fault for booking her wedding on a day that he'd already planned on being busy. I still remember Seth and Hillary making it a laughing matter as I felt uncomfortable about it.
How dare you?
Putting aside the affair, you've even embezzled funds from our company, huh?
Oh, you don't have to get so mad, sir.
What?
I mean, you plan on making me the next CEO after you step down someday, right? This means that sooner or later, all the money will belong to me anyway. There shouldn't be any problem with that, right?
You're not going to be the next CEO, and there's way too many problems with what you're saying.
But hold on, sir. What do you mean that I'm not going to be the next CEO?
It means exactly as I said. Besides, what makes you even think that you have the slightest chance to become the next CEO, huh?
I mean, I'm Melanie's husband, and you're her cousin. I'm a family member.
You're about to lose that title, too.
Huh?
More importantly, you even missed your daughter's wedding for being on an affair trip. I don't want you to be my successor. I'm going to make sure I'll have an emergency meeting with the board members regarding what you've done. So you better be ready for the consequences.
Oh, God!
Hillary, you too.
What? But why?
Fine. I'll call this a retirement, and I'm gonna have Melanie take care of all our income for the rest of my...
We're breaking up.
What? What did you just say?
I said we're breaking up.
What? But why? You never said a single thing, no matter where I went or what I did. How could you dump me like this after all these years?
Oh, you must have misunderstood my intentions.
What?
I never even mentioned breaking up with you because I've always wanted to celebrate Amy's wedding day with both parents present. Oh, Mom! But then Amy is already successful in her career and has a loving husband, too. At this point, Seth, I have no reason to continue our marriage.
I'm not approving you to just break up with me like that.
By the way, since I'm breaking up with you due to the affair that you had with Hillary, you will be paying tons of compensation to me, okay?
What? No, you can't.
And you too, Hillary. What? Hold on. Yes? Why do I gotta get my job jeopardized and get sued just like Seth? Everything was Seth's fault. You guys can do whatever you want with this guy, and I have nothing to do with anything.
Look, if only you didn't ask me to be spending so much on you, I would have never had to embezzle anything from the company either.
Oh, don't blame this on me. You're not even the next CEO anyways. Besides, if only you acted like a father to your daughter and didn't miss her wedding, none of this would be happening right now. You should think about what you've done and admit that everything was your fault.
But you're a secretary, and you should have managed my plans too, so I wouldn't have forgotten the wedding.
You're so stupid. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
What? You're more stupid than I am.
Shut up, both of you, now. I'm not going to forgive the two of you for hurting my lovely daughter's feelings. Do you understand? Oh, Mom.
Hey, Amy, please, talk to your mother so she'll forgive me. Please, I'll do anything for our family, effective right now. So, Amy...
Get away from her. You're scaring her right now. Ethan, what about me? You're going to make sure I'll be okay, right?
What?
See, I'm going to break up with that stupid guy right now, and I won't ever do anything like this ever again.
How do you even...
Oh, please, we'll do anything for you.
Well then, please don't ever show your faces to us again.
Oh, God, how did this even happen?
After this incident, I was fortunate enough to have ample amount of evidence to have a seamless divorce from Seth. I heard he lost his job after Ethan had brought up all that was discovered during the board meeting. Since I had ownership of our house, I had him vacate our house immediately while he moved into an apartment somewhere in town. I heard Hillary ended up moving in with him to that small apartment as neither of them was able to afford to support themselves. They'd been ultimately stuck with each other to be roommates even after they'd broken up with each other. As for me, I was slightly concerned at first since my daughter got married and I broke up with my ex-husband. But Amy was considerate enough to suggest that I live with her and her husband, and even said that it's her turn to take care of me from now on. I couldn't express how grateful I felt for her to say that. The three of us get along well, and I hope we can all live happily together. Trouble Busters!